There is something special about small French towns, places where French history, culture, and beauty blend together effortlessly, and Saint-Émilion is one of those places. A UNESCO World Heritage Site famous for its medieval charm, deep-rooted wine tradition, and a little bit of wine bourgeoisie flair. Living in France means I get to visit beautiful places like this on a whim. Wake up in the morning, get the urge, get in your car, and you're surrounded by history in no time. Today, I'm taking you along with me, but first, let's get ready. It's early spring, so we are doing a little layering for the day. Barrel leg denim, off-white crew neck sweater over the navy blue button-down shirt, and loafers because, well, a lot of walking ahead. Some red lipstick for that French girl look. Very light makeup and some blush. I'll be throwing on this long black coat for more warmth and to complete my outfit. And finally, a pair of sunglasses. And off we go. Saint-Émilion is like an hour's drive from where I live. So we are weaving through some vineyards under the blue sky. It already feels like the perfect day. And here we are, greeted by old rooftops and 19th century French buildings. We started a slow walk through the narrow cobblestone streets, walking by unique decorations of the local shops. We admired the fading marks on the rusty old walls and the windows. We got to an old 19th century wash house. So the wash house is a public pond that is powered by water diverted from a source, where the washerwomen washed their clothes and rinsed their linen. We paused here for a minute, admiring this beautiful piece of history, and then finally we wandered back into the streets of Saint-Émilion to admire beautiful facades, charming restaurants, wineries everywhere, each with her own vintage decoration and their prices displayed proudly in front. You can tell that wine is the heartbeat of this town. We made our way to the monolithic church as the clock struck noon. The monolithic church is an underground church that was dug in the 12th century, and it is gigantic, 38 meters long and 12 meters high. We stopped here for a while to admire its solid appearance. There is a bell on top, which is a symbol of ancient religious power. By this time, the terraces were filling up with hungry tourists, so we settled in for lunch right in front of the monolithic church and its towering bell. Merci.
Soyons nets. Et le restaurant pizza.
Et merci.
Ah, dans les yeux!
Dans les yeux, on peut toujours regarder dans les yeux.
We started with an entree which consisted of squid, ham croquettes, and some wine. I followed it up with salmon in parchment, while the husband had some duck breast. Then we had some coffee and some dessert while we chatted, because in France, lunch is never rushed. We finished lunch and headed right back into the streets of Saint-Émilion. We popped into Maison du Vin and browsed some wine shops. €13,000 for a bottle of Petrus? No thanks. We continued our visiting down to the Collégiale church. This is the most impressive church that stands out from the upper town in Saint-Émilion. Between the 12th and 18th century, a college of canons lived here, and there is a huge religious history that is tied to this place, but we can't cover it all today. So, back into the streets for a quick stop at the Cordeliers Cloister. This building is just so beautiful. This ancient convent is now a haven of peace and relaxation. There is a historical guided tour of the site. There is also a restaurant and a wine bar offering wines from glasses to bottles. I almost left with this adorable orange cat, but unfortunately, she didn't like me back. More wandering through these vintage streets, draped in history, draped in wealth. Slowly wrapping up our day, we stopped by to grab some Saint-Émilion macarons and chocolates. We soaked in the golden arc over the vineyards and made our way back to the car. And with that, we left this beautiful gem behind. For me, it definitely isn't an au revoir Saint-Émilion. It is an à bientôt Saint-Émilion.